What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. Got a I guess generalized general collection update for you guys today. A little bit of everything as far as genre wise and format. I've got CDs, I've got a cassette, I've got some vinyl that I'm going to show just because I haven't gotten any thumbs down in a while, so I figured I was due. As I've undertaken the CD collection videos, that has kind of eaten up a lot of the time that I have available for this channel. So some of the other series that I was doing, like Seven Deadly Spins and that type of stuff, is kind of taking a back burner. I'm not super thrilled about having to put some of that stuff on hold, but at the same time, this has been kind of a fulfilling endeavor for me as far as going through the CD collection. These general update videos, they also felt like they kind of got put on a back burner last year as I was focusing mainly on doing just the little mini series videos such as Seven Deadly Spins and that type of stuff. And there were things that just kind of got left out that didn't fit into a certain narrative to a series video. So I didn't like that either. I'm still trying to work out the logistics to kind of fit a little bit of everything. I wish I had the time to just dedicate all my time to doing this stuff, but unfortunately I don't. So this is just going to be a general collection update. Like I said, it has some new stuff, has some classic stuff, a little bit of everything, a little bit for everybody. So I hope you guys stay tuned, follow, and get a good dose of heavy metal goodness this morning. It is storming outside, so I apologize if the thunder or anything starts coming through and affects the video. It is pretty nasty out there, but it's kind of cathartic, and it is a good ambiance, I guess, to make me want to show some metal. Just going to jump in. I'm going to do the vinyl first. This is one that I've had for a little while. This is a band called Bloodfolk. I believe they are out of Minnesota. Could be wrong on that, but just for this video, we're going to say they're from Minnesota. There is the front cover. The name of this release is My Heart in the Brilliance of Fire. Bloodfolk is kind of a blackened, sludgy doom, I guess is the best way I could put that. Pretty good stuff. This is the only album of theirs that I think I would personally just hunt down and seek out. It is stellar stuff. I love that artwork. I don't know how well that's gonna come out in the with the glare and everything. It is on this white vinyl, and it was, I believe, limited to 300 copies, if I remember correctly. I got this fairly cheap on eBay, and I was actually super surprised that it was in such good condition for the price that I paid for it. This is not going to be something that's terribly expensive if you're hunting it down for yourself anyway. But it is just a good, healthy dose of black and doom metal. There's some sludgy stuff going on, but it is very blackened in the delivery. Has the little insert. Sorry, I dropped a CD. But good stuff there. And like I said, I think they're from Minnesota. If not, we're just going to pretend they are for the sake of this video. Next up, we have some more. I guess some more. This is only the second thing I show. This is some black metal, another vinyl. This is another purchase that I made on eBay. This is a project called Bloodhammer. I believe they're out of Finland. Pretty positive they're out of Finland, especially with this album title. It's entitled Kusi Hymnia Civic Sista. Yeah, good stuff. I mean, good, solid Finnish black metal. Very occult, very dark, very perverse stuff going on this. I believe there's the little inside liner. It's got a lyric sheet, I guess, the inside lyric sheet with the album artwork. Kind of the Kraken sinking the ship. I don't know how well that comes out, but that's kind of what we got going on there. Pretty good stuff. I am pretty impressed with this. This is a band that has quite a few albums in their discography. Albums, demos, EPs. There's a lot of black metal bands that kind of fall into that same kind of idea there with that many releases. But this is one of their stronger releases, and this just came on Standard Black. I think I got this for like $12 and free shipping, so I couldn't pass that up. I don't listen to a ton of vinyl. Every once in a while, the itch hits me. I've been kind of going off on a side tangent here. I've been kind of intrigued with the Full Metal Ginger video that he did with his new stereo setup. I have been looking at upgrading my stereo system. The cassette deck in mine has gone out. I just have like a standard shelf stereo, and then I have a Audio Technics turntable kind of plugged in on the side there. I'm wanting to do one that's similar to what he's put together with the different components, with a new tape deck, new CD changer, and that type stuff. CD changers now are crazy expensive. I was looking and pricing some stuff, and I was taken aback with how expensive the stuff is becoming. It is a very expensive hobby, but if you're going to invest as much money into the collection, you might as well have invest money into your sound system and your stereo as well. Next up, I have some classic thrash. I think this came out in '87. This is an album that gets overlooked. I believe this band is out of Brooklyn, New York. This is one that not a lot of, you don't hear people talking about it as much when you hear them talking about the classics. Probably because for me, this is the only album from this band that I feel like is a must-own release. I saw this. I wasn't just seeking out to buy it on vinyl, but I was sometimes I just hunt through eBay, and I actually saved the hype sticker on this. I'm going to try to fish it out of here because it is what inevitably led to me doing this purchase. When I saw this, it said Thrash With Class. I mean, that was at that point, it was fate. I had to pick it up. This is Executioner, known also as EXE, with Stricken by Might. That is the cheesiest looking album cover you're ever going to see. The band members on the back look ridiculous. Look at that mullet. I'm kind of jealous though. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on Rui Evil Tavora guitarist with that mullet, because at least he can grow it. I can't grow the hair, so I'm not hating on you at all. This is an original '87 press. It is a promo. Unfortunately, it had the little nick in the corner. Came with just a Xeroxed DIY lyric sheet. I have to save that hype sticker. I mean, that's just that was what did it for me. And this order form, if that's not a throwback, I don't know what is. I mean, look, it's crazy how far things have come. I mean, I know that this came out in '87, which is a whole lifetime. It's probably before a lot of you watching this video were even born. But for me, it's crazy to see how far things have come and changed over the years. It's just on standard black vinyl. I mean, this is an '87 release. I'm not gonna get it out of there, but man, it's fun. It's got the cheesy themes going on there, cheesy artwork, cheesy lyrics. It's just a thrashy, fun, good time. So if you're not familiar with Executioner, EXE, definitely check out Stricken by Might, because that one, it's a very fun listen. Next up, we have the Walmart reissue of Metallica with And Justice for All. I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality on this. I was a bit apprehensive with it being a Walmart exclusive. I don't really have to show the artwork. You all know who Metallica are. You've all have your own reserved feelings about Metallica, and that's fine. But I was particularly impressed with the quality. It's a double LP. I don't think it had to have been a double. I think that was a little overboard, but it is what it is. I'm just going to show one of the actual wax. It's kind of on this green. Got some shavings there. A little bit of flash, I guess. It's got this like green kind of marbled stuff going on there. It's actually, I don't think my camera's going to do it justice, but it is a very nice looking vinyl there. The quality on them, they're thick. I believe they're 180 gram. I was very impressed. The sound quality, I've given it one spin, and I was not disappointed in that at all. Kind of makes me want to go and pick up some more of those represses. I believe it's the first time that some of those have ever been issued on colored vinyl. So I'm sure at some point they're going to be going for astronomical prices on the secondary market if they're not already. I really just haven't taken the time to look too much into that. Next up, I have the last vinyl. So I know you CD lovers will be glad for me to move past the vinyl. This is the 2020 release from Skeletal, entitled "Unveiling the Threshold." This is the sophomore release from Skeletal. I believe this band is out of France. Good old school death metal worship. I guess old school death. I mean, it's old school death metal, but it is a huge step up from this band's debut. Their debut was I was kind of iffy on it. Almost didn't even check this one out, but the production value on this, the production was the biggest step up, but like the musicianship on this seems so vastly improved that it's a bit ridiculous. Comes with a pretty large poster in here as well. I'm not going to fold it all out, but the poster is of that album artwork. I'm trying to remember who it was that I saw hyping this album up. I wish I could remember, because I do owe them a thank you, because that was the reason why I went ahead and bit the bullet and gave this one a shot. I was not disappointed. This was released on Hell's Headbangers. I don't know if I said that or not. It came out last year. Comes with the lyrics on the inside, on the, I guess, the sleeve. I don't know what, I'm not good with vinyl vernacular with the whole setup. I'm not the biggest vinyl collector, so bear with me. It's supposed to be on this red splatter. I don't know how the colors are coming out on there, but it looks way more pink. It's more white and pink than it is blood red, but it is what it is. It is some good old school death metal, and I was very impressed with that release. When I made that order, I'm trying to remember the distro. I'm trying to remember the distro that I ordered that from, because they had a sale going on, and it has completely left the thought of my mind of where I got that from. They had a sale. If you spent so much, you got a percentage off. So I grabbed that vinyl. I also picked up the new EP. I guess the new came out last year. The newest only EP demo from Goregrave. This one is entitled "Grave of Gore." Brutal death metal out of the U.S. It is chunky, nasty, filthy, good stuff. So it was definitely worth adding this in on the order to get the discount. Pretty impressed with this as well. Just chunky, brutal death metal. Great stuff right there. The one tape that I've gotten recently was from Pagan Flames Productions. I actually ordered this straight from the artist Bandcamp. This is the newest release from When Bitter Spring Sleeps. This one, I forgot. Dungeon Metal. I should not have forgotten the name of it, because in this release, When Bitter Spring Sleeps kind of moves away from like the nature-driven atmospheric black metal. They have some like dungeon synthy stuff going on this. I'm not the hugest dungeon synth person, but when it's incorporated into black metal and done not over the top, I can definitely appreciate the kind of atmosphere, the aesthetics that it presents within that release, and I think it works well with this little EP from When Bitter Spring Sleeps. Comes on this tape that's got this glitter. I don't know how well that's going to come off, but I've getting some tapes and some vinyl and stuff, and it's getting to the point where some releases aren't even released on CD anymore. So that's another reason that I'm looking to upgrade my stereo system, just because I would like to expand and be able to purchase other formats without trepidation and wondering how well it's going to sound on my stereo system. But I do dig this this new release from When Bitter Spring Sleeps. Good stuff there. Next up, finally, this is all going to be straight CDs. These came from all over the place. I'll just kind of say where I got them and get into that as I show them. First one, I have to give a shout out to my wife. She got me this for my birthday. This is an album that I've been hunting for quite some time, and she got a good deal on it. She got an original press. I was afraid it was going to be a bootleg, but she did very well. So I had to change the jewel case when I got it, but other than that, it was she did a good job. This is a Killing Addiction with Omega Factor, classic album here, 90s death metal, thrashy death metal. I've been hunting for a copy of this. I did not want to pay $60 to $100 for a original press of this, and she knocked it out of the park with this birthday present, because I was not expecting this one when she said that she had got me something. So she did well. I've listened to it a few times already. It doesn't skip, plays perfectly. Sorry for doing a good job on getting me that one. Last weekend, Ken over at Ken's Death Metal Crypt had a live stream on his channel where he was talking with Cyanide. It is one of the better live streams that I've seen on his channel. The guys from Cyanide were hilarious. It made me kind of dig back deeper into a little bit of their material, start trying to seek out some of their stuff that was missing from my collection. And I had to go on a hunt for this. This was the only copy of this that I could find for sale within the United States. There were copies available at decent prices outside of the U.S., but you would have to wait forever for shipping, and the shipping costs were kind of high on that. So this is Cyanide with Hell's Rebirth. I picked this up from Ominous Domain, and it was on their kind of campy Ominous Domain old school website, and I hunted it down where you have to place the order and then go into PayPal separately and send the money in. I mean, it's a pretty bad setup, but I got it. I was afraid it wasn't even going to be available because it was only one in stock. Got it for like $10 plus shipping, which was a steal. Probably my favorite Cyanide release, and I am super stoked to have this one in the collection now. If you want to hunt this down, the fact that I'm not looking for it anymore, as soon as I purchased this from Ominous Domain, there probably became 10 of these available between eBay and Discogs. I don't know that for fact. I'm just knowing how my luck is, because I had to put some effort into hunting this one down. Glad that I got it though. This was released on Deep Send Records. I think this was a reissue that came out sometime around 2011-ish. The original came out much earlier than that. Next up was another steal that I picked up on eBay. One of these will go to the giveaway stack that I'm planning on doing once I hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm getting there quicker than I thought I was. I thought I would have a bit more time to get things together. But as I've mentioned before, the main theme, the main idea that I have going forward with that is once I hit that milestone of 2,000, at one point I'm going to schedule a live stream and just do some random giveaways during the live stream, so you guys don't have to wait for me to pick a winner or that type stuff. You're right there and winning the stuff. Going to shut up about that for now. We've got some industrial thrash. We've got Nailbomb with Point Blank. I do own the slipcase reissue of this, but this came in a lot, and this came up for sale with the next album that I'm going to show for $5 on eBay. I saw it, immediately hit the buy it now because it was a steal. I knew if nothing else, I could do a giveaway with this. I could do a trade for that price point. The seller immediately sent me a message and said, well, you got a good deal. I accidentally put it as buy it now. I meant to put it as an auction. I told him if he wanted to cancel, I couldn't be mad about it because I knew I was getting such a good deal when I hit the buy it now. But he stayed true and shipped it out, and I got both of these for $5, so I can't complain. Like I said, this is Nailbomb Point Blank. This is the 94 press on Roadrunner. All original. Good stuff there. Fantastic release. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Nailbomb. Stay tuned for that live stream if you're looking to get yourself a copy of this, because that will be in the giveaway. And then they had their Proud to Commit Commercial Suicide release. Like I said, I got both of these for $5 plus shipping. Not $5 each, $5 total. So I would have paid that alone just for this, but I got both. This one has some live stuff going on it. Not bad. I mean, Point Blank is the quintessential Nailbomb release, but I wanted this in the collection. I'm glad to have this now. Has some stuff from Dynamo Open Air, and then it has some stuff from Studio. So good stuff there from Nailbomb. Next up, we have a black metal release from Jory of Anephrons. I know some people kind of think of Anephrons as an atmospheric black metal band. I don't really see them that way. I think they lean much more to the doomy side of things. But this project from Jory Apodel is entitled Hyolith, and this is absolutely black metal. This is kind of leans towards the raw side of black metal, raw type production. Jory is an amazing musician. I like everything that I've heard that he's had a hand in. This is kind of depressive and melancholy at times. It is, I mean, I've spent quite a bit of time with this, and I'm a huge Anephrons fan, but this is kind of tugging at my heartstrings a little bit to the point where I may get to where I like this project more than Anephrons, which is insane to me. It was signed when it came. I did not ask him to sign it, but I believe that he's signing all of the copies of this that are coming out of his Bandcamp. I don't know if there's still any of these available or not, but definitely go check it out if you have not done so. If there's anything in this that you feel like I've mispronounced or you didn't quite catch the name, feel free to jump in the comments and ask. I'll fill you in as best as I possibly can. Next up, we have some traditional heavy metal out of Kentucky. I did a care package not too long ago, and when I was putting that care package together, I ordered a vinyl copy from Fornicus, the black metal band out of Kentucky. I ordered a vinyl copy of Hymns of Dominion from the band, and Scott, the one of the members of Fornicus, main members of Fornicus, sent me a little care package with that, saying thank you. And in that care package, he left a note with some other bands that he didn't own releases for, but he wanted me to check out that were related one way or the other to that Kentucky area, related to members of Fornicus with that and that type stuff. This being one of those bands, that was a long introduction for me to show this. This is a Blood Curse with Sorceress. Like I said, traditional heavy metal, very occult themed traditional heavy metal, fantastic stuff. Released, I think, in 2018 on Stormspell. I am stoked that he gave me the heads up on this. I had not heard this before. Been digging this quite a bit, and stoked to have this one in the collection now. So thank you, Scott, for the heads up on Blood Curse. Next up is a purchase from Nottermocked Productions. First up, we have the reissue from Grima of Devotion to Lord. I believe the original copies have been long sold out, so they did this reissue towards the end of last year. Good stuff here. They actually sent me this on accident, but it is, I do have an original press. I may end up throwing this repress into that whole giveaway when that does come along, because this is fantastic, nature-driven, atmospheric black metal. Grima are kind of like the men of the woods, and that being said, I picked up their newest release entitled Rotten Garden, and this is phenomenal. This is probably the best release that I've heard so far this year. It is leading the way right now for 2021 releases for me. I fell head over heels in love with this album. I think the vocals on this are a huge step up from some of their previous material. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this. Atmospheric black metal, pagan black metal. It's not that kind of foo-foo atmospheric black metal. It's not over the top with some of that stuff. It is just a great listen. Next, we have some black and death metal. This was introduced to me by Trez and Kelly T's Black Metal Reviews. They were both pretty high up on this album, so I went ahead and gave it a listen. I dug it for what it was, and now it's in my possession. We have Werewolves with What a Time to Be Alive. This was released this year through Prosthetic Records. It's death metal, has some blackened elements going on. This will appeal to a lot of different people. If you're into death metal, if you're into kind of sleazy metal, I think you'll dig this. I don't know. It's kind of hard to just pigeonhole it for me into a certain thing. This is a very attractive album to all different kinds of people. I could see people, black metal fans enjoying this. I could see mainstream metal fans enjoying this. It has that kind of reach. Fantastic release. I dig this quite a bit myself. The lyrics can be uh, a little simplistic, I guess you could say, but other than that, I really dig that album quite a bit. This next one I got from eBay. This is a 2019 release from Vargheist Records. It is the debut full length from Patient Zero, entitled simply 12. Pretty good stuff here. I saw this. It was going for like $2. So I could not get this. I've found some pretty stellar stuff from Vargheist Records already. So when I saw that label, I knew kind of the style of death metal that I was getting into. Was not disappointed. Pretty good stuff there from Patient Zero. Next up, this is an album that I've been searching for a little while. I did not want to just overpay for it. Kind of folky. Man, this band blends so many different styles. I did an album spotlight on this band pretty early on in this channel, and it was received pretty well. I think that album, The Harlot Star, was released through Transcending Records, and it was a pretty solid album. It was one of my favorites that was released that year. It is hard to pinpoint this band into a genre, kind of like the last album that I was talking about. This has got mixes of power metal, folk metal, death metal, melodic death metal, even little hints of black metal going on at times, which seems like it may be too much going on, but they're able to hone all of that in and make it sound so harmonious that you cannot help but like it. This is Frost Giant, and this EP was entitled When Myth and History Merged into Mystery. Great stuff here. Harlot Star will probably always be my favorite release from Frost Giant, but this fills the hole in the collection, and it fills the hole in my heart that I had by not owning a copy of this. It is phenomenal stuff, and it's catchy, it's fun, and it's harmonious and melancholic and anything you could want out of that kind of folky driven stuff going on. Next up, I have the newest EP from Gatecreeper entitled An Unexpected Reality. Ordered this forever ago. It feels like forever ago, and it just got hung up in the post office. It fell off tracking, disappeared. Finally made it here. I feel like I was one of the last people on earth to get their copy in the mail, but I did get it. If you were a fan of their previous full length, the name has just slipped my mind. The one with the Brad Moore artwork on the cover. If you were a fan of their previous style of album, kind of a mix of hardcore, death metal, old school death metal stuff going on, then you're going to be a fan of this. It feels like it picks up right where the last full length left off. I dig this one quite a bit. Left me wanting to hear more from Gatecreeper, so I'm looking forward to hearing what else that band has in store in the future. Next up, we have some war metal, some black and death metal out of Canada. This is Revenge with Infiltration, Downfall, Death. This was released on Redstream, and I don't see the date. It's been out for quite a while now. Got this for like $6 from Redstream. I was on there. Been seeing it pop up on my feed. I have like certain keywords that eBay throws recommendations at me for, and this one kept popping up and teasing me. So finally I was like, you know what, I'm just going to add this to the collection. It is one of the better Revenge releases in my personal opinion, so I was like, well, if I want to add some Revenge back into my collection, this would be the perfect place to start. So stoked to have that one in. I know it's almost 30 minutes. I'm sorry that this has been such a long video. This is the last release that I will show today. I promise. Last year, Heathen put out a stellar thrash metal release and made me want to, I guess it's kind of technical thrash, technical speed metal, made me want to seek out some of their older material. That was not my introduction to Heathen, but it was the first time that I actually pulled the trigger and picked up a physical copy of something of theirs. So I've kind of got that itch to slowly start trickling their material into my collection, and that's why I went ahead and grabbed this one. This was the previous full length entitled The Evolution of Chaos. I'm glad I went ahead and grabbed this. I think I may like this one better than their last release. So definitely makes me want to continue this journey on, backtracking into their discography. I may just start, since I got the newest release and then picked up the one prior to that, I may just one step it back each time that I decide to pick one up. But this was I'm very glad that I picked this one up. As I said, just kind of technical thrash, technical speed metal going on in this. I know that doesn't give it a good description, but it is pretty stellar stuff there. This was a long video. My mouth is dry. Appreciate you guys that stuck it out, sticking it out. Please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to follow this channel as well. Instagram's linked up in the description. My Facebook link is in the description as well. As I said earlier, if there's anything that you kind of miss, I went over too fast, or you missed the band name, album title, that type of stuff, feel free to jump in the comments and ask, and I'll be more than happy to direct you into being able to check this stuff out for yourself. That's all I've got for today. Stay classy, stay metal. I will see you all very soon. I promise.